Hey, kitty. So, Squeak is over there munching away on some dry food. I don't know if you can hear her. Although she wasn't eating, now she's going to. So today, I woke up and I was in a really nasty mood. Really not happy. I had to go to the gynecologist because there was something I needed to check out. And apparently you should still go to a gynecologist as long as you still have a vagina. So, because I wasn't quite sure, I guess too, you can get vaginal cancer. So I guess it's a good thing to continue to go to a gynecologist. I guess I kind of hoped I was kind of done with that. As any woman who might be watching this knows, it's certainly not a fun thing to do. And I filled out paperwork, and it's a lot of CYA, cover your ass type of things, and they reserve the right to charge you for this, they reserve the right to charge for that. If you have a later appointment, I guess there's a state law that says you can charge more. So if it's before 8 and after 6, you can charge more. So they tell you that. If you want to get copies of your records, they reserve the right to charge you for that. If you make an appointment and you don't stick to it, they reserve the right to charge you for, about $25, I guess. So you can't make another appointment until you pay it. Just all kinds of stuff. And I think about the people that I talk to who are not in this country, the people that are in England, and I know someone in Norway, and different places like that, and they don't have to deal with this paperwork stuff. It doesn't help that I don't see the medical profession as an ally. I see them more as a pain in the butt, really. And I just don't know. It's probably partly why I was diagnosed as late as I was, because I just don't like going to doctors. And it was interesting because I was sitting in the office and I was really emotional, and as you might be able to tell as I'm talking, I'm kind of getting emotional again. I was trying to figure out why I'm so emotional. For starters, I'm not sleeping particularly well, so I may not be getting enough sleep, even though I've been waking up on my own. But I guess if I'm not sleeping well, it's not the best thing. I've been thinking about A, and he hasn't made any effort at all to reach out, which I would have thought we could have at least stayed friends. And for all I know, he considers himself a friend of mine. But he hasn't made any efforts to reach out. And that makes me kind of sad. He told me we couldn't talk as much as we used to, which, way back when it was pretty much most days, which I understand that, but it would be nice if he would reach out. I have a cat at my feet now. And I know I'm probably hurting more because I think I addressed this in one of my blogs. It's probably more just the pain of my growing up and my situation with my parents, and my father wasn't around. I didn't even know who my father was until I was about 13 or 14. And I was sitting in the office and I was like, I can't cry because, you know, in the middle of an office, and wouldn't have been a good thing. Close up my crying face. It's kind of like, you know, I feel like a little kid, like, why don't you love me? Why don't you want me? I was doing good. I wasn't really crying in the videos. And I'm not sure. Oh man. Obviously, this is still hitting a nerve. And now that I'm home, it's safe to cry. And quite frankly, as I'm talking in this video, I feel like I want to sob, and I'm not gonna cry the way I feel like I want to on this video. I feel like I'm kind of pushing it down a little bit just because, I mean, I know it's uncomfortable for people watching me when they just cry, much less sob. But there is a lot of pain. A lot. And I'm feeling overwhelmed. Okay. So I read somewhere, if you swallow, you can stop crying. And I just did it. And, well, it helped some. But, I'm working really hard. And, doing the best I can. And I have all these things I have to pay. I have a number of domain names that need to be renewed, and I have this expo that I just spent $119 for the table. And I have to get more supplements this week, and that's going to cost money. I'm going to have a credit card bill in no time. It's going to be at least a couple $1,000s. I don't know. I'm not sure what the point of me doing this is. But maybe in a year I can look back on this and go, wow, look how far I've come. God, I hope so. I really hope so. Oh, man. Okay, swallow it again. If you ever need to not cry, remember that. Okay. I may just go bury my head in the sand for a while. I don't know that that's going to help any, but maybe if I can get some rest. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when I sleep during the day, I really sleep deeply. Excuse me. Crying is such a pretty thing, isn't it? Anyway. when I sleep during the day, it's usually a better quality sleep for some strange reason. So maybe that's just what I need to do. So I'll say one other thing that just occurred to me, and that is that from what I heard one time unconsciously, we associate things and we remember things. So this time last year, I was definitely having symptoms, and it was the middle of May that I was diagnosed. So that's a little over 2 months away. And that was a very emotionally shell-shocked time, emotionally charged and shell-shocked time. So I'm sure there's a level of grieving and who knows what else in there. So maybe that has something to do with what I'm feeling too. And maybe the fact that the gynecologist that I went to last year in January didn't press on my abdomen. She probably would have felt the tumor. Maybe that's partly why I wasn't too thrilled to go to a gynecologist again. Maybe there's an unconscious thing there. And I didn't go back to the same gynecologist that I went to last year either. Oh boy. All right. I guess I'm going to go, and I'm not going to let you watch me sleep. Sorry.